Got some room at the 30. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. 10. On second down, here's Stafford. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford underneath for Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll run it with Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Now Stafford on third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on fourth down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. Fourth and goal. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford taking it in. And the Lions are... It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steel City, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right. And to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. So
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is caught by Antonio Brown, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there, 79 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now out come the Steelers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart a zone defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers.
And look at this. It's a fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there.
squeeze on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never look luggage. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. Big Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on the.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A first down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Here we go, 46.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, here's...
26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's coming now. Here you go. 26. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion. So
the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. They're able to locate Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set, lady.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. From the gun, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, 22!
From the gun, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that third NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got two of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
Prescott now on second down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On first and 10, Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. On second down, here's Stafford. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Operating from the gun. Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Stafford now to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Stafford now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Luke Wilson from 13 yards out. And the Lions are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 14-7. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Final play of the half, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, tag 50 left.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Complete. It's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
21.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Pass incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Johnson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third and 2. Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They run. It's Johnson, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking left side, he's got it complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready? Set. 180.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Austin's got it left side. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Prescott on first down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll throw again. Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jalen Smith in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this one caught by Beasley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. 8 yards there on a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Prescott yet again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Prescott now from the 50. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And again, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Intended that time for Cooper, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Prescott. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.